Well, well, well. Hello, Dano. It is good to see you, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Another great week has passed. Um, yeah, it's been an interesting one. Busy at work, like normal, I guess, as of late, and it sounds like a lot of these restrictions for the virus or whatever are being lifted slowly, so that's encouraging. Um, we're going to claim that we're starting to look like normal, at least in the short term. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, work's been I mean, pretty normal, but lots of small projects and things. Those are never my favorite. I like I I'll say this, when I was doing heavy maintenance, I I liked projects because I mean there that meant programming and wiring and all kinds of other stuff like that. Adding this into it, updating the program, redesigning the HMI, whatever. Uh, Now my projects are a lot less technical in general. So while I still like project work, it's just not the same. So I had a bunch of projects and things, and so that combined with the regular workload kept me busy. So pretty good week, I guess. Summer is officially here. My daughter is in the living room watching something on TV, some Netflix show or something. So she's here and staying up way past her bedtime. So we will see how that ends up going. We might get a nice little interruption if she decides she wants another snack. Renegade is here, thankfully. Man, my night is complete now. I can rest easy. He's here and he's fine. Uh, so things that again did not happen this week. I didn't get the shirts up, but I do have some rope, and I wanted like paracord, but I couldn't find paracord, so I got its big dollar store equivalent cousin that looks like paracord, but it's like three times the size. So we're gonna see how that goes. I have the rest of the weekend off. Uh, there's Derek, who is at work currently, saying that he misses me. So we appreciate that, Derek. I hope your night goes well. Um, so I'm gonna get the shirts up for sure. I was at Lowe's and I tried to get more information. They didn't have it like readily available, and whole bunch of screw it, and I'll go back later. Give me 2 seconds. I got. Ooh, am I dropping frames? That's weird. It's claiming that I'm dropping frames. Why would I be dropping frames? Hold on, let me check my task manager. What's going on here? I don't get this. Like, my computer's been acting a little funny. Um, no, I don't need. I should be able to do it with this rope. I just thought that by going to the stores, I'd be able to find some relatively easily, and that was not the case. But I think what I have, I can make it work. I'm basically just doing like a abstract clothesline on the wall with command strips. So we'll see if this holds up the way I think it's going to. So, uh, where was I? Yeah. Lowe's didn't have what I wanted, so I left. Um, that empty-handed at the time because I couldn't get information about the warranty thing. Everybody act like they don't know what I'm talking about. So then my computer's been saying it's dropping frames. It's been doing a whole bunch of weird stuff, like here and there. Um, and I don't know why. It's not stressing on any of its stats. Like the CPU's running at like 15%. Memory's at like 43, but it's got like another 16 gigs to go there. I don't know what that's about. Hopefully that fixes itself. And then we can move on from there. Anyhow, so I ordered some tools at work. Nothing too crazy, but something that I think we all need. And I tried not to go like too heavy on the price, but I ordered some of like the little rolly stools um, for when we work on conveyors. It'll be easier to just kind of slide around up and down the section or area that you're working in to do some of the stuff. We have a creeper, but that's more for when you have to like get under there. You're going to be under there for a minute, or you're doing something on a couple in a row. That comes in more handy there. But I ordered a couple of stools. Those will be coming in. Also, some of the the adjustable style screwdrivers. The ones like makes them. They're real fond of them. They have that little ring at the end that you depress, and then you can slide the bit and adjust the size, whether you want like a standard length or something closer to a stubby. So I ordered some of those for checking and changing motor brushes. I'm hoping, I want them to actually be like smaller than a standard, what is it, like number 2 flat. I want it to be the slightly smaller one, so I hope I ordered the right one. You know how some of those listings go, you can't really tell certain things. So, because I have somewhere around here, I have my little double-sided SK pocket screwdriver, and that thing is great for changing out the motor brushes. But I wanted something for the rest of the guys. I don't know what they're currently using, but sometimes getting the brushes to pop out of their holes is a pain. I use like a little brass retention clip kind of system, and they either pop right out and they don't grab at all, or they're stuck in there pretty snug and you gotta like pry them out. So ordered some of that, and then one of our suppliers, not even really our supplier, but they created this new account, right, to supply us with consumables, lube, and all kinds of those things. Tap oil, which I don't know why they think we need tap oil, but okay. Just a whole bunch of that. Loctite, every kind of silicone, dry dry silicone lube, something like that. It's a weird one. Your white lithium grease, all that, Molly White, all the chain lube, 3-in-1, everything you can think of. But here's my problem with it. Like, I found out that this had happened, that we had this new uh, contract, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, the same day the guy comes in to talk to me, he's like, oh, well, they have like an order already coming. And I'm thinking, damn it, because they have a tendency to over order. Not necessarily in volume, but in like the stuff that they think you're gonna need, right? It's made by some bean counter in Seattle or whoever. So I was like, all right, it shouldn't be that bad. The same day this guy tells me this, a slew of packages come. And by a slew, I mean a slew. Like, we just got tons of stuff. I had to reorganize the flammables cabinet and everything. It's over ordering, which is, yeah, the MSDS. Yeah, luckily the supplier helps with a lot of that, but yeah, what a mess. So anyhow, actually, isn't it just called like SDS now? I they dropped the M off of it at some point a couple of years ago. That always bothered me that they dropped the M because that's what everybody knows it as. So anyway, we got a bunch more junk, and I have to, at some point soon, start reorganizing our maintenance area because we just, I mean, we're we we redid it a while back, and that helped a lot. But like we're increasing parts, we're increasing parts. Now we work on this. Now we do this. Now, so it's now we got six different kinds of casters and all these other parts and things, and it just keeps like adding up. We're running out of shelf space, so I'm gonna get with another one of the contractors and go over some shelving plans and order some shelves to try to redo that. That's gonna be a pain because right now we kind of have it like opened up. Most everything is on the outside walls. Like we kind of have the semblance of space, but it's gonna get a little cramped once we start trying to add some shelves in here. So it's gonna be interesting. And I'm not looking forward to it. Plus, like a lot of the shelves, man, I don't care. Like I'll just say it. Like a lot of the shelves and stuff, there's no real good options. Like there's some decent ones, but it's either like way overkill or it's way underkill. It's either like some janky piece of crap, or you have like the forklift style like high bay racking, the interlocking pieces, which that's overkill. So right, you don't need that. So we'll see what I come up with, but I'm not looking forward to that either. Yeah, so yeah, doing more with less people, and I think everybody is kind of suffering that. Hell, I went to my Wendy's, okay? It's just right up the road, not far. And so I just went to my Wendy's the other night. My daughter wanted to eat out, so I figured, screw it, we'll go grab something. And we were all poised to go inside. And we get to the door, and it says, "Oh, the lobby's closed. Like, you got to go through the drive-through," which is weird because, COVID's getting better or whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess we're going through the drive-through. On the drive-through speaker was a sign that said, "Hours of operation 10 a.m." Now, Wendy's just, at least here in our area, just recently started breakfast. Before somewhere they're in before around COVID, whatever. So they have breakfast now. So they're not open for breakfast anymore. I'm guessing, since it's 10 a.m. And they're only open till 6 p.m. Let me repeat that, 6 p.m. Like, what restaurant is only open till 6 p.m.? Like, if you get off work at 5, chances are you can't even make it to Wendy's to get food and then go home in time to make it. So, I thought that was weird. And that's sitting across from a Waffle House that is, I think, doing about the same thing because at that point in the day, they were already closed. I think they were open for breakfast, but not, dinner. So they probably closed at like 2 or 3, I'm guessing. Like this labor shortage is actually getting kind of bad. And between the all of us, since it matters, I think if something drastic doesn't change, which I don't think any of us expect it to, I think we're going to hit some heavy inflation, like in short order, like pretty quick, because everything is just, retailers, businesses of all kinds are having to raise their wages and things to get people in the door, and then so prices are going to go up. It's just well, we all know how inflation goes. So, the money, you make more money, but you have to spend more money, and it's just a mess. So I think that's coming. So keep a watchful eye on that. Um, some of these people can't even get people to come apply for the jobs. Like it's legitimately crazy at this point. If you don't have a job of some kind, it's because you don't want to work. Like they're literally paying you just to show up for interviews in some cases. It's nuts. Oh, Josh is here. What's going on, Josh? Good to see you, sir. Thank you for stopping by as always. I hope you've had a good week. So, this is an interesting one tonight. Tonight's drink of choice is from Decadent Ales. Don't know where they're out of. But this is a double pale ale. But it's French toast flavored. It's got cinnamon and like maple syrup flavor. And I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it. It's there, like the taste is there, but I think the fact that it's a double pale ale kind of messes with it. Like it's got a little bit more of a bite than I would want, like a sweet beer to have, but I do get the aftertaste. The aftertaste is very cinnamon and maple syrup kind of thing. It's weird. Oh, congratulations, Josh. Josh graduated last night, everybody. That is good news, sir. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. So, are you having a graduation party, Josh? That's a good thing. Or you may have already had it. You might have had it yesterday. Who knows? It's a good thing, man. I'm glad that you hit that milestone. There's a lot of life ahead. And at some point you might look back and miss these days. So, this is an important time. So cherish the moment. Don't get caught up in what you're going to do now. Just enjoy it. All right. Well, that's the basics of what's going on. This week, I'm getting those up. I'm going to get all this moved and redone, and I'm actually going to use this backdrop next week for sure. So, anyhow, let's get over to our tools like normal and scan around and see what we see. I'm dying, guys. I feel like I have something in my throat, like I can hear my voice being a little off, but I can't shake it. So we'll see how this goes. So, up first, some guy, user Fire Mana, okay, made a 3D printed minimum bike tools holder. Now, that's okay. It looks like the wrench slips in some little crevice here. I'm hoping that that's got something to kind of grab on and kind of hold it. Obviously, the Allen keys, we understand what's going on there. It would have been even cooler, and maybe he'll do like a 2.0, where like he does something to where like this clips to his bike. Might have to do something about the wrench to make sure it doesn't fall or something, but like clip it to the bike, or I don't know, maybe he's got like a little pouch somewhere on the bike, or I don't know. I would just like to see like a little bit more, and hopefully he follows up on that, but that doesn't look bad, man. These 3D printers, people are out here doing things, man. I said years ago when they first started coming out, I wanted one, and I still haven't done it, but it's something that I look at all the time, and I'm like, man, I really need to get one, but it'll just be one of those things that sits over there, and I hardly ever do anything with it. June 19th, that's still a couple weeks away. You got some time to plan accordingly. And I hope that you have a very good graduation party, sir. Uh, okay, let's see this guy. Finished restoring my new to me 1970 Mac toolbox. Does anyone else know why it is also stamped Mac Co. in the bottom left? Everything else is branded Mac Tools. Interesting. I like the side tray. I like the drawer setup. Oh, damn. No, he didn't. Hold on. We got to see if we can pull this up a little bigger. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm paying attention. Man. Okay, so I thought that side tray looked a little too new. Like the style and the rolled edges and stuff. So he added this to the toolbox, but that's cool. Man, he did a number on this thing. Look at that, drawer liners and everything. You could sell that right now for a pretty penny, because, and this is my opinion, I'd like to see. I like the solid drawer liners. I don't Drawer liners suck anyway, but I like the solid ones better. I'll just say that. So you could have stepped that up just a touch. Looks like he's still missing his lock cylinder in that picture there. Ooh, maybe he's got another one to do the top soon. That's interesting. Yeah, he did a really good job on this. It is. Look at that. Branded Mac Co. on the bottom. I don't know enough about Mac and Mac Co. I didn't think that they worked together, but this is way back when, right? You're talking 70s, 50 years ago. I do like the unless well, I mean it's a long shot, but maybe somebody like put the drawer handles and the logo on there at some point. That's just a guess, literally just a guess. I wonder. I can't see. No, he didn't. Hold on. No, he didn't. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna nitpick. I'm gonna nitpick a little bit. Look at them. Get the casters, man. Get the casters. You gotta fix the casters. They're all painted red. You did such a good job on everything else. I'm not gonna hate on you too much. And I really wish. Jesus. Excuse me, guys. It's all that trying to get a promotion at work that's just messing with my throat. I see, man, if you're going to go through all this trouble of painting it, you could have seen what you could do about those two dents. They're bothering me now. I'm not saying Bondo them, but you could have Bondoed that for sure to make that just look a little more uniform. This one looks like it's out a little. You guys might not be able to see this. If you can't, then forgive me. So anyhow, he did a really good job though, and props to him. And it all honestly looks like, I don't know about the side tray. It's definitely newer, but I'm going to go out on a ledge here. It looks like he spray painted it, so he probably couldn't get the red to match, so he painted it to match. I don't know. Do you want to clear coat that? I don't think so, but that paint, we'll see how that holds up over time. But still, again, just great job. Phenomenal. Okay, Matco did make toolboxes for Mac. Huh, way back when. And it stands for, as Renegade is telling us, Mac Allied Tool Company. And that's the, okay, even the name makes a little more sense now. Okay. Somebody else joined the Nipex Club today. Congratulations. Linesman's Pliers. I mean, if you're an electrician, or something, I have them and I never end up using them, not often. It's almost like a waste. I certainly wouldn't ever need to spend a lot of money on it if I ever got a new pair. Buried for a month in a bargain bin of tools I got. I had no idea this little guy was in here. Made in the USA, round on the handle. Oh, snappy. Holy hell. Really? I knew that was like different because even like the Craftsman stuff that I've found from way back when, I've not seen the round grips. So, ooh, snappy. That's nice. That's something that you would like to see refinished and preserved. You don't see that stuff much. Does anyone know what tool this is? Found it in my grandmother's farm in her desk drawers. I don't know about the rest of these, but I'm going to say that's a letter opener. Maybe that's for packages and boxes, maybe? I don't know. What's it say? Okay, RIP AWX, maybe? And something in a foreign language. Yeah, I'm going letter opener for 500, Alex. That's a phlegm knife for bloodletting. Oh. Shoot, okay. I was wrong. We're not opening letters, we're opening people. Okay, so it's for bloodletting. Man, I'm glad we live in the era that we live. Yeah, those snap-on pliers, man, Renegade, those things have to be, I'm saying 70s at least, if not slightly older, because that's around the time they started putting grips on stuff, and the early ones didn't last long. Uh-oh. Spent the day restoring this old chop saw. It's a wonderful thing to see an old tool come back to life. Alright, guys, are you ready? Cord looks to be in okay shape. No ground plug, but it's definitely old. Looks like it's got Japanese on the sticker here, so oh, wow. He did a really good job. Legit. Wow, look at the paint. I wonder if that's actually powder coat. If it's not, I'd be surprised. Maybe not all of it. Maybe the body's actually paint. But this for sure looks a little too even not to be powder coat, especially the end cap. That looks like he did a really good job. The plug looks the same. It looks like maybe he cleaned it up or something. Nothing too crazy there, but he did a good job on that. Alright. Shh, don't tell anyone. The DeWalt blade on the Makita. That's funny. Oh, bloodletting is all the rage now. Amos Cardoza is here. Welcome to the stream, sir. Glad you stopped by. We have seen a guy that restored a Mac toolbox, like a little, probably somewhere around like a 26 inch. Um, did a really good job. I mean, this thing was a rusty piece of junk when he got it, and he repainted everything, cleaned it up. It was looking nice. Added a little side tray. My dad's new SDS Max rotary hammer. Incredibly effective tool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh, Bill Beckett's here. We gotta stop cussing and talking bad about him. He's here now. Ruined the whole party. So, ooh. Guy made a grinder holder. That's pretty sweet. I like that. And if you look at it, let's go in here a little closer. He did it a relatively smart way. Well, alright. Okay. He cut this out on like either a water jet or more than likely a laser, because that looks like it's relatively thick. And then bent those tabs out for the disc holders. And then, okay. I mean, it's kind of rough, right? He's got the little things here for his tools to change discs and whatnot. And he's got he cut this out on like a CNC or something. Uh, this is like one piece. He planned it out, put the letters up there. Yeah, it had to be a CNC. But still, very nice. I like it. My hope is that this section has a bottom in it, but I don't think it does, but hopefully it does. That's pretty cool. I like it. It's a lot of good work. But it's off center. You went through all this detail, and you hung it off center. 2 points, man. 2 points deducted right there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. If you got that kind of equipment and you can just do that stuff for like a little side project, I envy you. Because, man, CNC laser or something, I'd be making so much stuff. Oh, Mark's here. Now the party's officially over. Oh, it's good to see you, Mark. I hope it's been a good week. So, somebody got some Oberg files. Are these files worth saving? Well, that's a dumb question. Any files worth saving? And these, yeah, for sure they're worth. Are you crazy? Yeah, of course. And you got a ton of them. Look at all these. I think those are. I don't know if he's got them like all matched up. That looks like a bunch of. I don't know. I can't tell if they're triangular or if they're flat. But I know a few of the triangles over here. These look like triangles there. Maybe there too, yeah. So, yeah, definitely worth saving. And they're... Oh, it doesn't say necessarily where they're made, but it doesn't look like German. Sweden. Yeah, it does. Duh. Oh, can't read English when it's all looking funny. Yeah, they're made in Sweden. Of course that's worth saving. You'd have to be an idiot to throw that away. We make decent stuff over here. The Made in USA stuff is good. But you find a lot of quality still in Japan, Germany, Sweden. I think if they're making some stuff, I would definitely be interested. Like, there's a few countries that are just known for making quality no matter what you're talking about. So, yeah, like, don't throw those away. My new Japanese friend. That's one of them, like, flush cut knives, right? shark saw, probably 300 tooth or something to that effect, or 300 millimeter. I can't see the laser etching. Probably 300 millimeter. Yeah. And these things work really well at what they're designed to do. Make a nice flush cut. They cut very good, very clean. Definitely worth it. And this seems like a nice one. Something that's on the higher end of things. So, yeah. I guess if you need it, investing the money is well worth it. Yeah, I thought that too, Fix It. I thought there were some bastards in there. Um, but the way he had them all gathered up, it looked like he was trying to separate them by size and type, so who knows. Oh, there's Lynn Westover. Hey, what's going on, buddy? It's good to see you. I haven't been over. I haven't been. Uh, Kept up everything. I have caught a couple of the Patreon only things, but I've been just swamped and not getting much done here. It's amazing I'm even streaming myself and keeping up with this as I try to. But it's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Give my best to the missus, and I will do my best to try to get over and check out what she's been doing. I know there's been a lot lately, and I'm actually really interested to see where she's at now in terms of her channel and how things are going. So I will try to get over there very soon, sir, and I hope the little one is growing and happy and allowing parents to sleep on a semi-regular schedule. Oh, so anyhow, another new to me tool, picked it up at an auction, 53,000 miles. A dump truck. You always say like, "Oh, what am I going to use it for?" Until you know a guy with one, and then you need it. You need a load of rocks or mulch or who knows what. You're throwing away a bunch of junk. Perfect. Running things to the dump, whatever you're doing. Inspired by the Nipex bottle openers in the collection that was posted last week. He's just literally opening his bottle with a pair of Nipex. I mean, if it works, it ain't stupid, but yeah, you gotta be careful. You don't want to crack that bottle. I don't know how he got. That's a weird kind of bite to have on that with the angle the way it is. But if it works, it ain't stupid. And I hope you're at home and not still at the shop if you're cracking one open. Either that or maybe you're the boss and you can do that. And I think we all need one of those kind of jobs. Um, Somebody else in their pack out. I'm not saying I would never do this. Not saying that it doesn't have a time and a place. I just can't see myself being that organized. This must be a tradesman. It has to be. And I would dare say, oh, that's in a trailer. Ooh, okay. All right. He's the real deal. Yeah, he's some kind of traveling tradesman. He's got everything under the sun in this thing. Table saw. Yeah, he's doing some work. That's nice, though. I do like the way he set this up. And it looks like... Is that like shelving for it? I didn't even know that existed. It's Milwaukee shelving, though. Let me see. Oh, yeah. It's what he say? He said it in the post. I guess that's probably more what he's referring to. The E-track for the pack-out system. That's pretty cool. I'm imagining that these kind of lock in there. And so when he's traveling, it's not as big of a mess. So that's really cool. I like that. Expensive, though. I just see the expense, and oh, I mean, probably not as bad as you would think for a wall-mounted storage system, but yeah, that's still expensive. Oh yeah, this guy. I don't know if if we went over this, but this guy made this post a while back about this thing, and then this guy's talking about it. It's just like a little bit storage, and apparently it's just a couple of bucks on Amazon. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Mark can post this to the Tool Sales and Deals Facebook group. Somebody got themselves one of these little belt sanders. These things are great for tough spots, and as a matter of fact, um, the place that I used to work, we had these mounted on robots for cleaning. They had a special not sandpaper, like some other kind of non-marring abrasive uh, medium, I guess you want to call it, band on there, and they would clean the metal. And then at some point, uh, somewhere down the line, they determined that it was fleeting, whatever they were getting for that. So they stopped doing it. So they just kind of sat there. But yeah, very nice tools. Found while liquidating an estate. Is that like a leather tool? What? It's like a, or is it? Oh, it's one of those things like you. It's a dressing. Yeah, dressing wheel tool thing. Yeah. I knew that one. I knew that one. I knew it wasn't spurs. That's for sure. A dresser for a bench grinder. Yep. Some of those, Brad talks about them a lot. And the phone goes off. Brad talks about this dressing. I want to call it like a soap block or something like that. It's something like that. I've never particularly used it, but I guess when you're doing a lot of like woodworking, you can help dress your sanding discs and things with it, and it'll clean some of the gunk out of the grit. They apparently work really well and help extend the life of your sandpapers and your discs, especially for like a not a bench grinder, but the disc and belt combination grinders, sanders, I guess those would be. And for that kind of stuff, apparently it saves a lot of money and time changing those out before you actually need to. And that's something that not a lot of people do. More people should think about it. Also, something interesting to note: check your bench grinders, the stone wheel, the abrasive wheel, the solid stones. Check those. Man, if one of those gets a crack and decides it's going to fling a piece out of there, you don't want to be nowhere around. Especially if it's any kind of sizable grinder with any kind of good speed, it's going to wing that sucker. And it could be a small chunk, it could be half the wheel, whatever it is that's coming off, that's for sure. Does it count if I got it from a customer for $100? Put a new coil on it and it runs. Nice. It's a little older, but I bet it's still going to cut. Looks like you got some air in the tires. Hopefully they hold air. You can see this one was dirty on the one side, so it was probably sitting flat. Back tires look good. Seat could probably use a pad. I mean, there's definitely improvements to be made, but for something that you got for $100, who can complain, right? Yeah, she doesn't look that bad at all. Most people, I had a rider at one point, and I found, at least in my case, I really didn't need one. My yard wasn't really big enough for one, but I got a deal on it. And I thought, yeah, like I'll save all this time now. I just ended up weed whacking more, and it pretty much offset itself. It was easier doing the mowing and faster, but then I just spent more time weed whacking. So, eh, you get what you pay for. Yeah, I think that's specifically the one fix it that Brad talks up so much because they're just a couple of bucks. I think he said they're like $3 or $5 or something, but they the longevity of the sanding discs and belts is just apparently 2 to 3 fold when you're actually dressing the belt in between heavy uses. So always something to think about. Oh, that's ooh. Number one. Number one. Hold on, before we even get into this. Why is there a half-ass tattoo of a rose? I'm guessing in your palm. That's. I'm not going to judge your choices, but that's strange, sir. It's very strange. Uh, and it looks like it still needs some improvement. I wonder, everybody says this. Now, look, this is that line obviously here. Let's go in on this. This line here obviously wasn't finished, but this one was. I wonder, a lot of people say, like, you never tattoo your palms because it's going to wear off, and I kind of wonder if some of that there didn't wear off too. It's hard to tell. But yeah, not the wisest choice. And this, it almost looks like, this side almost looks like it was like the E-Torx, maybe, the 6 point. This is, like, was it supposed to be oh, you know what I think it was? I think it was one of them cheap, like, riveted together, like, ratcheting wrenches. It's kind of what it's starting to look like. Yeah. And I think I just am seeing, like, the rust, the expansion, That's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool to find that. I mean, you're not going to do anything with it. Could give it evapor rust bath and see what's left of it. I'm betting not much. What the hell is this? It's a blank. Ironton jumbo wrench set, some socket rails, and the gear wrench. Are they ratcheting? No, just gear wrench combo ratcheting wrenches. Not bad. That metric jumbo wrench set, that's going to come in handy. That I don't know much about Ironton. Anybody have any experience with them? Regrets. No regrets. Never. That's why I love you guys. I forgot all about no regrets. You think they ever got that fixed? I would hope they got that fixed. Yep, we talked about this like what, a week or two ago? The Ram set. That's why you got bullets at work. They ain't gonna shoot nobody. I found this in a cigar box in a dumpster. What is that? Is that Snap-on 50th anniversary gold flake? What? And it's not even broken? The tip looks all right. Not great. Not great. But all right. What? Huh. The things you find in a dumpster. people, man, like a lot of people throw away stuff they just don't know what they have, but if it's still a functioning tool, somebody wants it. Even if it's just going to sit around in somebody else's drawer till it ends up in a dumpster again in 50 years, so be it. But somebody wants it. You should have known. It's all glittery. What guy back in well, it was the 70s. It was the 70s. Some of you were there. I was not, but I've heard stories, and glitter was a big part of the 70s. Okay, alright. What the? Time for new snips. What would you get on a tight budget? Anything? Literally anything. Harbor Freight, Menards, if you're just looking for a cheap set. Northern Tools, cheaper line of tools, Ironton. I knew I had heard the name, but not enough to like know where they came from or anything. I knew they weren't like junk, but not. Oh Jesus, I'm not even gonna click on this. It says not safe for work, and the guy's talking about his wire guards. I can't take that chance. As a matter of fact, I'll switch you guys over to the webcam and I will screen it. I'll screen it and see what's not safe for work about that. I have no idea what he's doing here. Okay, yeah, I have no idea. No. See, and now we don't have to look at that botched job that guy did. Okay, we will go back. No, not you, Google. Shut up. See, she's trying to talk to me. Shut up, government spy.
Of course, it's always fun talking with you.
Please tell me you guys heard that. She responded to government spy and said, it's always fun talking with me. It's always fun spying on me, big brother. We're losing our liberties, guys. How to remove the screw on the right. It's not a screw. It's a rivet, right? Yeah, it's a rivet. You don't remove it. You drill it out if you really insist on removing it. I don't know. This looks like a little cabinet, like an IT cabinet or something. Which makes sense that an IT guy wouldn't know how to get that screw out. See, sometimes when you wonder, like, how far we've come in our knowledge, there's somebody that doesn't know what that is. Okay, moving on. Inherited this miter saw from a loved one. Does anybody know if the fence is supposed to be crooked? Or how to fix it? Ooh, man, I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be crooked. It's supposed to sit flat. I don't even know how it would have gotten crooked. That should be a one-piece casting. Huh. Interesting. I don't know, man. I can't help you. But let's see what the comments say. Looks really bad. Ever so slightly out like yours is, but not anywhere near that bad. I believe it's removable. Find a parts diagram and see if you can find that fence. You should just be able to order a new one. Definitely not. Loosen the screws, square up the blade, da 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 da. Yeah, Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, there might be some small adjustment, but I'm pretty sure that's one piece, guys. So he might be boned. I don't know. Maybe somebody stored it in like a shed or something. Hot, cold, cold winters, hot summers over a couple of years. I don't know. But yeah, that looks excessive. Just by looking at it, I thought that it looked excessive, but I've never actually like put a level on one. But yeah, it shouldn't be that bad. Uh-oh. You upgraded the tool cart with, I'm guessing in this case it's the pinup pictures. Yeah, we're going to go with the pinup pictures. That's the upgrade. So, we've upgraded the tool cart. Definitely Harbor Freight. It's good stuff, man. I'm using mine constantly at work. It's not getting anywhere near the load that some of these guys put on theirs, but yeah, hands down for the money, you just can't beat it. You literally can't. If you've ever thought about maybe I'll get one. Need some help with this wire crimper. No, you don't. Throw it in the trash. Who makes it? Can we see something? Tech something T001. Made in the USA. Okay, maybe don't throw it. Yeah, no. I take it back. Throw it away. They're crap. I don't like this style. I never have. It looks like this one's slightly better made because it's got the letter sizes and a few different crimp styles. This one for bigger stuff. This one for smaller stuff. Some that do the concave on one side. You got your standard down here at the end. I mean, they tried, but no. Cutters, another crimper back here, H style. I just no. I don't like this style. I'd rather have like literally anything else or a standalone crimper. For most of what you're gonna need, it'll be fine. What's going on in the chat? I'll get one now. Matt's seal of approval has convinced me. No, really though. If you don't, or you've ever thought like I could use a little more storage or whatever have you, the Harbor Freight tech cart, tool cart, whatever you want to call it, is for the money. I don't even know how well, I mean, I guess I know how they make money on it. They got that thing down to science at this point, and they haven't changed it very much. The Gen 2 is a slight improvement over the Gen 1, but essentially it's the same. And who is texting me? Okay, cool. And my phone's been slow too. My phone, the computer, my brain, it's all slow. Speaking of slow, let's pour some more of this French toast beer because I wanted to eat breakfast for dinner, right? And it's kind of dangerous. It's 8.6% alcohol by volume, which for something that's breakfast themed seems way too high of an ABV. I still like it though. It's just got a little too much bite. I would like it to be smoother and run that sweetness more so than the bite from the double pale ale, but it still works. My search for the best ratchet got out of hand. These, hold on, click 1,000 times. Baco, these have to be custom, right? Somebody please tell me these are custom handles that he's put on. Like this one for sure. That one looks like it had one. This one looks like it had one. This one for sure had one. That's interesting. I did not know that anybody did anything like this. But, a nice fat handle is something that Baco usually does, where a lot of the other ones don't. So, let's see. What do we got here? I don't know who KWB is. I don't know who KS Tools is. There's some cheap. Oh, does that say Worth? Yeah, it says Worth. I don't know that one, but it looks. For sure, it's foreign. Maybe German. I don't know. It's definitely older. Foreign. I was thinking Japan at first, just by the way it looks and the short handle, but Facom, Beta. Do not know much about them. That's a weird selector switch, though. It's like a whole plate that you slide side to side. That's very interesting. Um, Saltus, Germany. Okay. Saltus. Don't know them, but that looks like an older style, so we're going to assume they're out of business. Star Willie has it. Gador. I'm guessing he's foreign. I will guess that he's foreign. He has a lot more foreign stuff than he does anything made in the States. A bunch of Wira. This one has piqued my interest, but I can't make out the name on the handle. It's indexing ratchet. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see enough to know, but it's definitely cool. Does have a gear wrench. Armstrong, maybe? It kind of looks like that's what it says. Craftsman, Plum, maybe? I don't know. That's weird. It's got a really thin neck on the ratchet, but a really big head, so that's probably a half inch. Um, I can't see shit on this one, but it's old. You can tell by the metal. This one's got some age on it. And then this, your standard. Nothing too crazy there, but that's a nice little set. I mean, for sure the Baco stuff here is interesting with the wooden handles. Some of this stuff is newer. You get into a few little odds and ends. Definitely a good collection. Who's throwing what? Oh, Renegade's not on Facebook. Facebook, in case you didn't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the tool sales and deals. Yeah, Mark, we're speaking to deaf ears. Most of these people don't want to be watched by the government any more than their phones already are. I can have a conversation with mine. I don't want to have a conversation with mine, but I could. Easily, unfortunately. Okay, Google. Does the government spy on U.S. citizens?
According to Wikipedia, the intelligence apparatus collects, analyzes, and stores information about millions of American citizens, most of whom have not been accused of any wrongdoing. Every state and local law enforcement agency is to feed information to federal authorities to support the work of the FBI.
Interesting. They don't even hide it anymore. It's straight said. They collect all kinds of information on people that don't commit crimes. Yeah, because that's what we signed up for, right? Uh, okay, some kind of HVAC technician here. Tool dump, fuse pliers, some sockets, some fluke, it looks like. Good job there. Ooh, What are those crescents? Husky? I thought they looked familiar. That's upsetting. He's got the Doyles. He's got the Doyles. And his are old like mine. They have that same printing, which if you remember a while back, we looked it up, and they had like a slightly different laser etched logo. So his are more along the lines of the originals here like mine. His honestly look like they're in better shape somehow. It's got a couple of, I'm guessing those are probably, I doubt they're actually, they might just be Kleins, but there's some knockoffs too, so they might be Kleins. The nut drivers, the long nut drivers. Yeah, HVAC service technician stuff, nothing too crazy there. The socket holder is interesting, but that's just like that cheap stuff. It might be, maybe, I don't think it's Makita, but it's got that Makita blue. Nothing to write home about. Somebody got the new Rigid Gen 5X 5-tool combo. Brushed, yes, don't care. $250 on clearance. Not hateful. You get a hammer drill in there. You got your 1/4 inch. No actual drill. I mean, I guess your hammer drill is your drill. That's weird. Okay, moving on. Apparently you don't need a regular drill. Yeah, the Patriot Act. Yeah, that thing was nice little Trojan horse to just get in on everybody. Uh-oh. The collar seems like a handy accessory. Okay. Oh, yeah, for like splitting wood. Yeah, you got like basically like a bungee or rubber strap onto the chain, and then you can just maul it to death like this guy's about to do. Yeah, that's a maul. Yeah. See, I'm sure I could do this, but like, I don't know, maybe with a little bit of practice. But they split these up so nice, like it's crazy. And then like, yeah, look, you got a nice little stack of wood, real quick, real easy. This is like some Bruce stuff up in the land of Canada. Dano up there, splitting wood, maple syrups, and log cabins and whatnot. I'm sure that's what they do. You know, flannel shirts, log cabins. That's got to be. And the occasional little bit of French. What is this? What is this? Just a heads up, Metabo cordless drills are still made in Germany. Heh. Okay. Cool. I mean, weird flex, but okay. And what is it? What was it? Did Metabo buy Hitachi, or did Hitachi buy Metabo? I can't remember. One bought the other and basically got swallowed up. I think it's Hitachi got bought up. Because if I remember the last time I saw something, it said like Hitachi by Metabo or something. I went to go gaming. He still hasn't learned to be quiet doing it. I'm disappointed in his stealth skills. Kids will be kids. I remember before I had like, you know, awareness of some of my stuff when I was like a little kid. And this sounds way off topic, but I used to like pee and not flush the toilet, right? Like, I'm cool. right? Don't need to flush. All right, go about my business. My dad would then at some point like yell, "Who didn't flush the toilet?" And eventually I just learned to flush it to avoid the situation. But like for the longest time, I just remember thinking like, how the does he know? I couldn't like see it. I didn't visualize that there's like a slight difference to the. No, I just I was like, yeah, it's water. Okay, we're good. I can go now. And like I couldn't fathom for the longest time how he knew somebody had peed in the toilet and didn't flush. I Granted, I was very young, but I remember it fondly, obviously. And there's always ninja school, Amos. You can send him to ninja school. He wants to play games. It's like living the game. He'll get beat up by some old Chinese guy, like a few floggings and whatnot, and he'll learn to walk quietly. You put those little bells on his belt loop. He'll start walking quietly. Ooh, somebody did a nice little restoration here. Doesn't look um, that bad. Now they are the angled, and it looks like a rigid. Yeah, rigid. So not exactly, like a crazy job, but I do like the paint scheme. He went through the effort of actually painting the inside of the handle. Um, and if I remember correctly, I want to say, because I interviewed for a company before I took the job I have, and they were doing CNC stuff, and they were actually building out units for rigid. And part of their thing was teaching a robot with special equipment to come in and pick up the finished products, which were the mostly finished pipe wrenches, and then stack them accordingly in their container or whatever. So that was really cool. But I want to say that Rigid's made in Ohio. I want to say that. Oh my God, the stars have aligned, and we have stayed on long enough for Brad's wood turning to show up. If you don't know, Brad's wood turning makes phenomenal things through his lathe with his own branded products of his tongue wax. And what's the other one? The sanding paste, I believe. And it's got rave reviews from all kinds of wood turners. If you do anything, if you put a finish on something, it's something definitely to consider. He has those products. He has his channel. He has the wood turning channel. It's a great thing. I support him fully. I'm on his Patreon. I buy his shirts when I have time and the wherewithal to do so. And eventually, this week, not eventually, this week, sometime tomorrow, hopefully, for sure, they're going up on the wall. And there will be a t-shirt display that I have promised for months now. I will say this, and it's the little things in life, right? I finally bought me one of these little bamboo things, and it's growing. So it's not exactly a money tree, but if I rub it and I pray real hard, nothing happens. But it's cool, and I like it. So I have some bamboo. I also bought the kids a couple of cactuses because I figured they couldn't kill those. I bought them Venus flytraps, but I made the mistake of, like, the top of it looked like wood, like sawdust, like wood shavings, and I didn't think about it. Like, I do, okay, it's a little plant, like I'll transfer it sometime later. Man, I didn't water those things for like 3 days or something. I went back to them. They're starting to turn brown. They're all dried out. It does not retain moisture well. So I've started watering them, but I don't know if they're going to make it. And that sucks because they are expensive. I paid like $5 for little dinky, like shot glass size Venus flytraps from Lowe's of all places was the only place I could find them. Yeah, the Lavender Candle, I gotta say, like, Mark posted this on the tool sales and deals page, and we got a bunch of crap for it. But I actually bought one, so it was still useful. I forget what I paid for it. It was a fraction of the price. It really was, with the deal. But this thing has been going for months now. I only really burn it, every now and again. Mostly when I'm on here, occasionally some other times. But it's been going. I'm gonna have to get more of the bigger candles. I will say they're a little more expensive, and you can find them a lot of places. Like usually the places that sell like Yankee candles and candles in general, you can find them. They're called Wick candles. It is literally what it says. It has a piece of like I don't I don't know, cedar, pine, something, um, wood, a very porous wood, for a wick, or sometimes if it's got multiple wicks. But the cool thing here is like they give that little bit of like crackling and kind of ambiance that you really don't get with a normal candle. Um, if you got a couple of them burning, it kind of gives you the idea that like you have like a fire burning, not like a roaring fire, but you just get that little snap, crackle, pop. It's a very cool thing and something that I like very much. So good job on this guy refurbishing these or this angled pipe wrench. Definitely nice. That's one of the things that I like most about scrolling through here. Occasionally you see some whack like this. It's a hammer, it's a pry bar, it's a axe. I mean, that's some things like this get lost on people. It's okay. But you see all these refurbs and like the guy with the toolbox earlier and things. It's just occasionally you see some really cool things. You see some really nice stuff like this. Look at this. Delta drill press from 1949. It runs fine, but I can't wait to clean her up and get her looking good. Oh man, I hope we run across this in like another week or two. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Or well, week or two. Like it's probably gonna take him a while, but yeah, this thing's in pretty good shape too. Kudos to him. See, that's what I'm saying. None of this Harbor Freight stuff's gonna be around in 50 years. None of it. Nobody's gonna go, oh, I found this old Harbor Freight Central Machinery drill press in a barn. No. We literally don't make stuff like this anymore. Things are manufactured to the bare minimum specifications to have a moderate lifespan that exceeds the warranty period at minimum. And that's it. And half the time they don't even do that. So many things break. Yeah, them old drill presses, you're right. Now, I will say this is a tabletop, it looks like. It's hard to tell. It definitely appears to be, though. He could easily, though, just put a new shaft in it and just raise it up and make it a foot stand or a standing press. But it looks like a tabletop, which is funny because this probably weighs like 3 times what any other tabletop drill press is going to weigh. Like, that's really cool. And look at the guarding on the belt. Like, it's literally only guarding the operator. Like, you can totally stick your hand in this thing. Like, that's where we were. Don't be stupid. And get your hand cut or chopped off or whatever. Oh, really? Bill's got one of these. That is super cool. Well, hopefully, like I said, in a little while, we actually stumble across that and actually get to see what's going on with it. How well he does in the restoration. That's one of the things, like I said, that I just like scrolling through here so much. This guy's got some Koken stuff. Japanese. I mean, I don't want to say mid grade. They're definitely more on the high end, but yeah, mid grade. What is it? Knee Pros is probably a little higher grade, I guess, a step up from this. But look at these handles. Look at the knurling. Hold the phone, guys. We're being we're being sold short. Like there's the comfort grip, and that looks like that's gonna stay on there pretty good. I don't know. It looks like it's kind of embossed down into a channel here. But look at that knurling. Big fat handle too. Like I don't think we get that enough. A lot of you guys with bigger hands, for sure, like this is the way to go. But not a lot of places do it. All of our stuff is relatively smooth, or we get the comfort grips or whatever, which the comfort grips aren't even that comfortable. But, yeah, we do a bunch of that. Like, I'd love to see more originality, more I mean, I guess not necessarily innovation, but you know what I mean. Try. A little bit of try hard, like they are. If you got way back on my channel, I had an old Craftsman's benchtop drill press. The best thing was the travel, but it was just too big for my tiny shop. That sucks. Space is always an issue. Like right now, I don't have a garage. I was thinking about this the other day, about all my poor tools in the shop or in the storage unit just sitting. And I was like, I need to get over there. Maybe this week sometime I need to get over there and see, just to make sure. I haven't checked on it in months. Make sure there's no like heavy moisture issues. I'm sure there's some, because those places are not perfect, but hopefully it's not that bad. What the hell? That's one of them old Black and Decker jobs. Okay. This doesn't happen often, but I'm gonna say it. What you have here is a plastic piece of junk from like the 70s. Like, will it still function when you're done with it? I'm sure. 7.5 inch double insulated circular saw. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, ooh. Yeah, she's seen some things. I'm not going to say it's not worth it, but I'm going to say it's not worth it. Not on this one. It's plastic, it's Black & Decker. Even, I'll even go, yeah, it's a quality tool, but is it worth, like, you're trying to find parts to refurbish it and claiming that it might need rewired, it needs new brushes, is it possible to save it? Yeah, it's possible, but why? It's Black & Decker and it's plastic. Don't try not to go out of your way on stuff like that. Like, do a little bit of research, find out if it's a piece of junk or not. I have, and it's in pieces, in shambles. I'm not gonna lie. It's in pieces and shambles. But I have a nylon, Remington? Nylon 76. It's the only, to my knowledge, don't quote me, but to my knowledge, it's the only lever action. Is it Remington? I think so. It's the only lever action that they made. It's a 22, and this was made mostly in the 70s, all the way up through the 80s. Reagan or somebody did something with like magazine size or something, and so it used to carry like 13 in a tube fed, and then they switched it, and then it only did 10 I think that's the one I got. Mine's like either 10 or 11. But at any rate, it's one of the first and only, well, not now, but then, like completely composite plastic stocks. It's like fake wood kind of thing, but it is lever action. So they're not valuable, but like people still like them because the lever action and whatnot. Uh, they don't like them for the plastic. Apparently, it's cheap and like with any real use or exposure to any kind of elements, it doesn't do well over time. But the one I have, considering that it's in pieces, is okay. Um, but yeah, I should probably take that to a gunsmith and have them fix that at some point. I think I've lost a couple of screws from it. Um, I have most everything, but I did lose something. But it's a nice little rifle. I actually used it to hunt a little bit, like, squirrels and stuff. Uh, Nothing too crazy. It is fun. Something about a lever action rifle just, I don't know. It makes you feel a bit different about the shooting, I guess. I don't know. It's just, it's fun, I guess, to me at least. I don't know. A lot of people would like actually hunt with them, but I did, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, now it's in pieces in a case. But it's only worth, like, even the best ones I think are worth like maybe 250, maybe 300 if it's in like really good shape, like the one I got, 100 something bucks. But people still like them because of what they are. Still looking for an old worm drive circular saw, skill or B&D. Okay. Um, I'm probably not going to find one anytime soon, but I can keep my eyes peeled. Um, okay, so he marked his socket to get, I'm guessing, the degree of rotation that he wanted out of it. I guess that works. How much electrical tape do you need? Jeebus. I do like the divider, the little organizer thing. That's pretty cool. But man, do you need so much electrical tape? Black & Decker parts. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What? Where? Okay. That's like a belt sander? It looks like. Wow. New tool day. Grab some snippy things. Nipex. The red and blue. Oh. Yeah, it's a Remington parts. Maybe hard to find. Matt, have you pressed Freedom Seeds lately? No. Thankfully, for the stuff that I have, currently, I have enough freedom and liberty to wage a small conflict. So I'm good. You know how that stuff goes. If anything crazy goes on, you know, everybody stocks, but you're only going to need a fraction of that at any given time. Unless we truly get to like, Twilight Zone shit, and then I think we're all, in for a treat at the very least at that point anyway. But, the all metal model. That would be the preferred, I'm sure, Bill. Whew, this French toast is killing me, guys. Strong stuff. And it tastes like breakfast, so it's hard to like pass up every few. New tool day. Sweeper for the win. Cleared an old bonfire place in 20 minutes. Best 99 Australian dollars, I'm guessing that is, that I've spent on a tool. Yeah, the Hart magnetic sweeper. That's that's cool, but it didn't pick up any of the aluminum that was in that fire pit. Just saying. But I didn't even know Hart made these. Um, I have not seen them work. Bosses meeting. I was already on the one today. I don't need to be on the one tonight. Yay! I'm all stocked up on stuff. I reload. Yeah, reload stuff. I hear you can't find that stuff either. Or if you can, it's expensive. I'm alright. Like, I mean, I have my 20. I will say this. Knowing what I know, and actually knowing what I know, I probably should go pick up a 22 pistol. I don't have one, and I should. I have. Well, actually, no, I can't say that. I do have a 22 pistol. It's a it's a revolver, but I do have one. But it's double action, so mm, there's that. But technically, I do have one. Uh, but a semi-auto 22 would be something to be nice to grab if I could find one somewhere. I'll have to look and see. I'm sure prices are expensive, but that would be nice just for, like the backup. I still have plenty of um, Luger, we'll say, and, you know, shotgun, 12 gauge. Um, I don't have a lot right now. Basically just the 9 and some other stuff, like I said, small army stuff. Like I don't, a couple rifles, nothing major. Um, you know, enough that I would be welcome to the band of misfits if something were to happen. The other thing about freedom, freedom's heavy. Okay, like a lot of people go, I got a whole thing. And it's not all in there. I have some, different locations for stuff, but most of it's in one location. And I don't even have much. I mean, I have enough. I don't have much. And you ain't picking that up. It's in like one of those heavy duty totes. You ain't picking it up, man. You ain't carrying hundreds of freedom around anywhere unless you're talking about 22. You're just not. That stuff's heavy. And then as you get up into like your 7.62 by 39, those aren't that bad. Your AR stuff, but still, you're not gonna carry tons of ammo with you if you have to like bug out or go. You're just not. I mean, yeah, you load up the vehicle, stuff like that, but the minute anything happens where like you gotta move fast or get out of an area or a situation, that shit's getting left behind. It's just like everybody wants to stock up on water, and I'm not saying you shouldn't stock up on water, in your house or an area where you think you're going to be for a long period of time, but like water is heavy. What is it? Like a gallon weighs like 8 pounds. You're not carrying, a bunch of water with you. Go pick up a case of like water bottles or whatever. Like it's legitimately, you're not going far with any, and then, it's just the weight of trying to carry some supplies, and then you got to think about food. Is your food canned? If it is, it weighs probably twice of what it necessarily needs to weigh. Like you're not. A lot of people bugging out is like a complete last resort. I will die on a molehill in my apartment or whatever location I am with whatever supplies I have. Chances are, unless it gets bad enough to have to. Oh, Brad with the $5 donation for the next candle. I still got a couple of weeks on this one for sure, but now it's time to do the shopping. I will have to find the next candle. Think we're doing something different than lavender on this one, because I've been doing lavender for months now, and it's not bad. I still like it, but something a little different. TNT. Yes, and the shirts are going up. I promise. I know it's been a while since you stopped by, but and they're not up yet, but they are going up. The banner's up. I got this rope stuff. It's all going to work out. Nothing can go wrong. And I will rotate the desk, and we will finally have a backdrop. If I get really froggy, I will change. Where is it? I will change this thing. I made this in like 5 minutes. It did not go the way I wanted it to. So I keep saying that I'm going to fix it, and I haven't. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make something a little better here, and hopefully to where I can crop out some of this noise behind me, and like you get a little bit more of this, a little bit more of me, and not so much of the white walls and stuff behind me. But we'll see how all that goes with the move. That's going to happen tomorrow. And there's always the Flex Tool giveaway that's coming soon. Uh-oh. Oh. The Snap-on guy coming to collect, and the little girl hiding in the restroom. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, he called in sick today. Oh, that's hilarious. I'll wait. I'll be back tomorrow. Tool truck guy. Like, man, I'm not dogging him, but man, I don't know if I could do that. That as a job. Can one guy really need, or even bunches of guys, can they really need that many tools on a regular basis? Really? I don't think so. That's just me. I don't think so. And now I'm upset again because Brad donated. The last time we got a donate from the maintenance man, good old Neil, the little guitar guy did show up, and I felt better because I assumed that something was better and that it had fixed itself, because in the time before that, when CP donated, it didn't come up. It didn't come up this time. I don't know maybe it's my computer, maybe it's Streamlabs, I don't know. Alright, well, Fix-It's gotta go. Oh. I'm knocking stuff all around. And as a matter of fact, gentlemen, I don't like it. But I need to go too, because there's a little girl sitting on my couch playing with her tablet. And it is summer, but it is after 10 p.m. So I'm going to try to keep her to a somewhat normal-ish bedtime. So I got to get her to bed. Tools and Trash, guys, if you haven't, like I haven't, get your ass over there and check out what's going on this channel. I need to do that. I will have more time this summer. The daughter should be week on, week off with the parenting schedule for the summer. So I should have some weeks here with some free time, actual legitimate free time. So between catching up on everybody's channels, finding out what's going on, the Flex Tool purchase, test, and giveaway, and all the other stuff going on, things will ramp up here. And as I've said many, many times, I got to get back into making videos of some sort, before my channel just gets forgotten about and lost to the YouTube algorithm. So far, I will say it's odd, but the You guys coming here, I think, is literally saving my channel from obscurity because people still watch my videos on a regular basis. Everything's still going good, and I wholeheartedly am putting that on like the 6 to 15 of you that come here every Wednesday night to listen to me ramble about nothing and everything. So I greatly appreciate it more than you know. Brad, I love him. He gave me $5. I'm buying another candle. Um, we'll see what the scent is, but hopefully something. It's summer, so I'm thinking something like a little more light. Maybe I'll get one of those Wick candles I was talking about, so I can show you guys, and you can hear like the little snap, crackle, pop off in the background. We'll see. They are some pretty nice candles. Anyhow, I'm going to cut it off here for the night. I got to go get this little one in bed, and then I'm going to go back to trying to trade some money on the crypto market and see what I can pull out there. I have lost my ass. Like, don't get it twisted. I did lose. I think I'm up to about 2,500, give or take, in losses in the crypt. But that's because this whole like last 3 weeks, it's just been on a downtrend, like a big abnormal downtrend. So I'm working on recovering some of those losses. I have made a couple of good trades. The bot is still doing. It's hard to trade in a market like this where it's doing unpredictable things. But doing okay there. I'm going to go try to trade some Doge. Yes, Mark, some Doge. I had a bag, right? And by a bag, for you people that don't trade, means like you bought it, yeah, the price dropped, you couldn't get out of it at a profit, so basically you're just holding it until it comes back into profit or whatever. I had a bag of almost $600 of Doge, and it got listed on Coinbase, so it shot up a bunch. I got somewhere between 7 and 8%. Call it 7.5%. I got 7.5% on a $600 bag of Doge, basically. So that was pretty nice. Nice little surprise in a sea of red that's been happening the last few weeks. And, I had a couple others that were good. Mostly what I'm doing now is small trades, dollar here, dollar there, 50 cents here, whatever I can get just to kind of make forward progress. So I'm going to go put this one to bed, trade some crypto, see if I can make a few extra bucks. And I will, at the very least, again, see you guys next week. I will update Instagram with the progress of the wall. Damn it, it's going up. I don't care at this point. Something's got to happen. So I'm going to get that done, and I will see you guys, at the very least, next week. Brad, again, thank you for the donation. Tools and Trash, always nice to see you. And everybody else that stops by, of course, every week religiously for no reason. Much appreciated, and I will see you guys soon. Take care, have a good night, and don't